This video is step 4 for your color scheme painting unit. This video will walk you through your last boot camp activity of intensity. We are going to start by talking a little bit about complementary color schemes. A complementary color scheme uses two colors that are straight across from each other on the color wheel. The sets of complementary colors are red and green, orange and blue, and yellow and violet. When intense, pure complementary colors are used together, they create a high level of contrast in artwork. Intensity refers to the purity of a color. The highest intensity or purity of a color is the color as it appears on the color wheel. To make a color less intense, you would mix its complementary color into it. When you mix two complementary colors together so that neither color is visible anymore, you have created a neutral color. The neutral colors are white, black, browns, and grays, and typically are not found on the color wheel. As you can see, I am starting again with a fresh, clean palette, and I have a small supply of craft sticks for mixing. I have my Intensity boot camp here in front of me, and we're going to be working from the pure colors in and up to what is then called a neutral. So I'm going to start by making a less intense red. Now I'm going to take the green and I'm just going to start to stir it into the red. Now my goal here is to still have a color that is identifiable as a red, but it's not going to be that bright, pure color that we see when we paint the color straight from the bottle. So after I get that color mixed, I will make sure that I have a nice amount of paint on my brush, and I will paint that in the section for my less intense red. So this red is going to look a little bit duller than my pure red. Painting as neatly as I can, remembering that neatness is important, but I will be grading you on the intensities of your mixed colors. As I am finishing up my neutral colors, you can see here in my palette that I was able to use blue and orange together to make my neutral in the orange. Red and green, I struggled a little bit, so I had to go back and forth between the two colors to get to my neutral. And I was also then able to use my violet and my yellow together to make my yellow. So if you're having a hard time getting the right neutral, feel free to use another well in your palette until you get to that neutral color. Now your neutral color should not look like either of the pure colors. So my neutral using blue and orange here should not look like an orange. It should not look like a blue anymore. You can definitely tell looking at the less intense orange that the color is still orange. You can definitely tell by looking at the less intense blue that the color is still blue. Now these colors are typically a blackish or brownish color. They're typically not the most attractive colors either. So let's keep it clean as we talk about neutral colors, please. Now, once you have completed all of your intensities, including your 3 neutral colors, you are ready to move on to your color scheme mini paintings. For these paintings, you will need to see your teacher for more instructions and the paper.